For the whoopie pie cake mixture, you'll need 50 grams, 2 ounces of butter softened, 50 grams, 2 ounces of caster sugar, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of milk, the finely grated zest and juice from half a lemon, 100 grams, 4 ounces of self-raising flour, plus a pinch of salt. For the filling, you'll need 50 grams, 2 ounces of butter softened, 125 grams, that's just under 5 ounces, of cream cheese at room temperature, 100 grams, 4 ounces of icing sugar, and the finely grated zest of half a lemon. For the icing, you'll need 100 grams, 4 ounces of icing sugar, 1 tablespoon each of water and lemon juice, some yellow food colouring, and some hundreds and thousands. Before you start, preheat your oven to 180 centigrade, that's 350 Fahrenheit, gas mark 4, and lightly grease a couple of large baking sheets. Now the easiest way to do this is to actually get some kitchen paper, smear it with some butter or margarine, and then simply smear it evenly all the way over your baking sheet. Once that's done and your oven is preheating, you can start to make the cake mixture. Now normally you would cream together the sugar and the butter when making a cake mixture, but it's really not necessary for this recipe, and I'm just going to place all the ingredients into a mixing bowl. It's called the all-in-one method. So that's the butter, sugar, egg, milk, the grated zest and juice of the lemon, and the flour and salt, and I'm just going to start to mix it together. You could use a hand electric whisk, or you could do this in a proper bowl electric mixer. However you do it, the principle's still the same. You place everything in the bowl in one go and then beat together until it's really smooth and all the ingredients are well incorporated. As you can see, it's only been a minute and it's already quite well mixed, but I'll need to do this for another couple of minutes just to make sure all the ingredients are well blended. After a couple of minutes, the mixture will be well blended and smooth and will drop from the spoon quite easily. So now we're going to place the mixture onto the pre-greased baking tray, and you need to take about a tablespoon of mixture and then simply drop it onto the greased tin. You'll be making 12 of these. Make sure they're kept well apart, at least 5 centimetres, 2 inches. And once you've dropped the first 6 onto your tray, you'll need to spread them out a little. And to do that, just take the back of a spoon and gently move it around to create a circle. and that's about 7.5 centimetres, 3 inches in diameter. You need to do the same for all of them, 12 in all, because these are going to actually be sandwiched together once they're cooked. Make sure that you leave enough space in between so that if they do spread slightly whilst they're baking, they won't touch each other. Place them in the oven and bake for between 12 and 15 minutes until they're firm to the touch and very slightly risen. Remove from the oven once they're cooked and firm to the touch, and then transfer to a wire rack and allow to cool completely before filling and icing. To make the filling, simply place the cream cheese in a large mixing bowl, and it does make things a lot easier if it's at room temperature. And the same goes with the butter. The butter should be as soft as you can get it without it actually melting. Place those in a large mixing bowl together with the lemon zest and the icing sugar, and then simply beat those together until it all forms a really smooth mixture. Don't be tempted to add any liquid of any kind. This will all mix in, and it should be able to be firm enough to pipe if you wish to do so. Once the cakes are cold, you can fill and ice them. And to do so, just take one half, place it flat side up, and then place a generous amount of the filling over the surface. Spread it out almost to the edges, and then take another half and simply pop it on the top and press down very lightly. And there you have your whoopie pie ready to be iced. To make the icing, first of all you need to colour the lemon juice and water with some yellow food colouring. But you must be very careful when using food colouring, because just a couple of drops too many and you end up with too strong a colour. So I tend to use it by putting a knife into the bottle and then literally adding a few drops at a time. We can always add a few more drops once we've added the liquid to the icing sugar. So pour the liquid onto the icing sugar and just stir to mix well. So keep stirring until all the icing sugar has completely dissolved. To decorate your whoopie pie, simply take some icing, place it in the centre, and spread it evenly over the top. And then sprinkle with hundreds and thousands. Scrumptious Easter lemon whoopie pies.